And we are here with PDQ and their incredible line of Lowe's boats. Who would have thought that aluminum could be so sexy and just really so gorgeous on the water?
This year, Lowe has come out with a brand new color that you can see here on this 195 that we have. This blue, I don't care what you say, it is really a sexy color. It does not do it justice sitting here in the showroom. We've got as many lights on as possible, but you pull this thing outside, it looks like a gemstone that just came out of the deepest corridors of the earth. I mean, it's just a diamond in the rough.
And fishermen are generally fishermen. Who would think they would care about the hot colors? But it's like buying your truck, right? You want it to look good on the water as well as operate well and function for you.
Everybody wants a nice, bright, shiny new vehicle, and this metallic blue that they came out with this year is it's going to suit that purpose very, very well. But that doesn't mean that we don't have the camouflage and the standard green, work style utility colors as well. You got black, gray, silver, white. Now this really gorgeous blue. We got colors that can satisfy pretty much anybody's taste.
I'm standing here now too, looking at the console, which has a pretty sporty look to it as well.
They did try and dress this one up a little bit, but they were also keeping the price very reasonable. 19 foot, 115 foot horsepower four-stroke with the trailer and the mag wheels, and you're just at $23,000. Give or take a dollar or two either way.
You can get into that. I mean, that really is affordable.
It's an extremely affordable price when you consider the price of some of these bass boats that are running around there, $50,000, $60,000, and all it is a deck that floats on water. This is a deck that floats on water. It's not made of fiberglass. It's made of all aluminum, all welded, no rivets, and you're on the water for $30,000 less. That's a lot of gas to go chasing fish with.
Now, you've got a center console behind us that is introducing more and more of them to the Ozarks, not something that we've seen a lot up till now, but in the last few years, you're seeing more of them. Tell us why a center console, especially like the Ozarks, is uniquely suited to accommodate it.
It's kind of learning its niche at the lake right now. The one customer that we do have online to purchase that boat is buying it as a second one to his large cruiser. His biggest complaint is that he can't go to a restaurant with his big cruiser unless he's tied at the end a slip, which means that he's usually waiting outside the restaurant to get parked because he doesn't fit in between the slips. He's buying that so he can put a lot of people on board, go to a small spot, and get around the lake. But also on the other end, you also see a lot of service companies are using center consoles because the amount of space that's in the boat, they can carry a lot of gear, a lot of tools, equipment and parts, and they get around the lake very economically with that.
In terms of handling, do I have a false sense of security when I'm in a center console over some other, your traditional consoles, or do they handle the stability a little better?
It's kind of a stability increase in most regards because of the fact that you're not on one side of the boat anymore with the steering wheel. The steering wheel is in the center, so you get a better perspective balance of just standing in the center of something than standing on the edge. So your perception of stability is much improved because you're in the middle. Now, whether or not, if you want to put science to the fact and pull in Mythbusters and see if it actually works, that's completely up to you. But from a stability standpoint, you're going to feel a lot safer driving in the middle.
And then right behind us, we have a boat that is holding its own anymore between the fishing boats and the big cats and the runabouts. The Tri-Tune, the tunes have had a reemergence in popularity. And of course, Lowe, it's got a name, it's making some of the finest.
Lowe has been making some very, very good strides in the last number of years. They were a little bit slow to get on the bandwagon to go to the higher horsepower, but they waited and they saw what the problems were, and they addressed them before they even brought the motor to being a big motor on a pontoon. The one that's sitting behind us is just a little bit smaller one. It's a 21-foot. It's set up as a fishing rig. 4 fishing seats in all 4 corners of the boat. It's pre-wired for trolling motor, pre-wired for electronics for as far as depth finders, as fishing rod holders in the back. It does have an option for live well and fish cleaning station as well. So, and then you go all the way up into the normal elegance of a regular pontoon, or you get into what they consider our X model, which would be the sporty, high elegance, high horsepower, speed demon.
And you know a lot about that.
Yep, we did run the OSS race and the shootout. Did win our class at the shootout, and we've got a couple of those left. So if anybody's looking to get that same model, we still have a couple that we can do.
And let folks know how they can find you.
We are located within Yacht Haven Marina at the 1 mile mark, right off the strip at Bagnell Dam. And our new highway sales lot is on Old Business 54 across from Port Arrowhead, right next to the mini golf course.
Excellent. And we look forward to seeing you. Will we see you at the lake race this year?
The low rep is actually coming in this afternoon, and we're having that discussion this afternoon. So I'm hoping to be there. I had such a good time doing it last year, and we got a lot of really great feedback from the people in the area, how it affected sales as far as getting PDQ's name out, as well as the low as a manufacturer, and it really helped all the way around. So we probably will be there, but I want to see if the low rep really wants to lend a helping hand this year, because it was all us last year.
Well, we'll be pulling for you, Dan. Thanks for chatting with us. We look forward to seeing more of you throughout the season.
I'm sure we're going to be around.